Hello YouTube and welcome back to the FIFA 17 Sunderland Career Mode. This is episode 25 here as we start the episode with a game at home to West Ham United. As you can see here, we give away a foul right at the start. This episode will actually contain three games, which is more than the last couple because the games have included more clips than expected, but this one there's not as many clips in some of the games, so we are able to have more games in the episode, so hopefully getting through the season a little bit faster now. So anyway, you can see they whip the ball into the box. Kone picks it out, chips it over the top to Farrell. He is able to run it away from our side of the pitch. Ben Yedder gives it up to Borini. He runs it in, is tackled, and Fernandez picks up the ball, beats a couple men here. It is far too easy for him to get through. He gives it off to Coyote. It's Pasueno Valencia, who really should do better there. He should have aimed for the bottom right-hand corner, but luckily he puts it just wide after some very poor defending from us. But anyway, you can see here, just on the half-time mark, they're trying to get forward here. As you know, we may have, as you may know, by the way, that is what I was trying to say. We did concede in the 45th minute in the last couple games, so we were really hoping that they would not be able to score here to make it 3 games in a row, I think. But anyway, Fernandez gets through, gives it to Lanzini, and luckily he puts it really badly. It was a really good chance for him, but he put it well over the bar. And as you can see, this game is coming to an end here. A pretty boring game, not much happening other than them 2 off-target shots by West Ham. As you can see, we get a free kick right outside their box to whip it in the 90th minute, probably the last chance. And Barrera is standing over it originally, but then I decided to have a look at what the shooting chance would be like, what his free kick accuracy was. Decided to put Khosri on it. Tried to whip it in, tried to run over it, then I tried to pass it off to Ben Yedder, but for some reason that was not able to happen. We get the ball back, try and get it forward here. Khosri gives it into Mathis, but the whistle goes for full time. Pretty much wasted that free kick, but we get away with a draw after not really having much in the game, not that either side did. As you can see, there was a few shots, but none noteworthy or highlight worthy. And as you can see, that was the only game that was on at that time, the Sunday match. So anyway, we advance here, and as you will be able to see, eventually a couple players have accepted a contract into the youth academy. If I will advance on here, I'm very sorry about that, but you can see the top scorers there. Lucas Perez of Arsenal being top scorer at the minute, then all the rest of the top 8 joint on 6. But anyway, Gabriel Xavier is the first player to accept a contract, and then we will go and advance here, and we will eventually see that Cohen would also accept his contract. So we will go in and have a look at him because he is a player that looks really promising. He's got 93 to 94 potential, and I believe starts at a 64 overall. Yep. No, 63 overall, sorry, the centre forward. 5'8" is not too good. 2-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, left footed. He's not the best, I mean, them aren't the best stat type things, but he'll do good enough. A left winger from Brazil, Xavier, you'd expect him to have at least 4-star skill moves, but he's 3-star, it's not too bad. And we get into the second game of this episode, which is away to Crystal Palace. So as you can see, they've got the ball here, trying to come forward with Paredes. The pass is poor, and Gilabodji can pick it off and give it to Ben Arnholt. Khosri then tries to bring the ball forward here. He gives it into Wissam Ben Yedder, who is going to try and get it forward, but he is tackled by Paredes. Punchin gets the ball here from Scott Dan. I did not know who that was, but anyway, Zeki Friars gives it in to Paredes. He gives it back to Sakos. Crystal Palace just trying to lead up slowly, and eventually we win the ball back. Van Aanholt gives it out to Khosri once again for the second time in this bit of play. Once again it's a poor pass though. Paredes gives it into Punchin, who is able to lay it off through to Kwesi Appiah, who puts it in on target, but luckily Vito Manone makes a really good save to keep it at 0-0. So anyway, you can see here we're trying to get forward again. Khosri gives it to Van Aanholt into Barrera. He gets it back. He gives it into Wissam Ben Yedder, who has a really good chance, but Steve Mondanda makes an unbelievably good save. A really good chance, and we whip it in with Khosri, the corner. Van Aanholt goes for it. It comes back to Khosri. He gives it to Ben Yedder. He beats his man, has a strike, it's blocked, and they get the ball away here. Friars gives it into Punchin. He is able to find Appiah. who is a lot faster than Djilabodji, and he is able to put it past Vito Manone. Poor to be caught on the counter-attack from that good chance that we had after the shot was blocked. That is pretty poor defending as well. But Djilabodji was not fast enough, and I believe Manone probably could have done a little bit better, but what's he going to do? There's a whole goal to aim at, and he's come out, and he had to, really. Well, I told him to, but, you know. Anyway, you can see we're trying to get the ball off them here. Joel Ward passes it forward. It comes back to our player, Donny Barrera, the Scout Future Star we picked up. Cosby runs the ball in here, trying to get us level. Cosby gets it back after a poor pass was cut out by Ward. He gives it to Adam Matthews. Matthews gives it to Mathis. Back to Kazri. Kazri trying to get us something. Erzan Tufan gets the ball here, passes it out, to Van Aanholt. He gives it to Danny Barrera, who lines it up and has a shot, and what a goal that is by Danny Barrera, the young Spanish central midfielder from our youth academy, the Scout Future Star we picked up either this season or last season, and what a strike that was from Danny Barrera, the left-footed maestro. But anyway, great goal by him, and we get it level here. Then you can see with about 15 minutes left, we give away a poor pass. They get the ball into Benteke, who beats his man and puts it past the goalkeeper. Pretty poor defending there. A bad pass to give them the ball, and they are able to work it into the box, give it to Benteke, who is able to easily finish past the player. Very poor defending there, I've got to say. When I was controlling number 4 there, I think it was Lewis Dunk, I just ran past the player. It is not Lewis Dunk, we don't even own Lewis Dunk. It was Sergi Gomez, I believe. Yep. So anyway, as you can see, this game coming towards the end here. They're trying to get forward one last time. Benteke picks it up, lays it back. Djilabodji then picks it up, gives it to Adam Matthews. He runs it down, gives it to Tufan as we try and get a last gap equalizer. Default gives it away though, and this is how this game is going to end, I believe. But we do try and get it forward, but they just intercept any chances we have of getting forward, and that is how that game finishes. So 2 games played, only got the 1 point, and they'll draw in a 2-1 defeat so far. But a good goal a really good goal from our Scout Future Star to have a little bit of consolation from that game. At least we got something noteworthy from it. But anyway, you can see we get into the final game of the episode, which is at home. I think it's a nighttime game, looking at the lightness of it, if that makes sense. But anyway, we get the ball here with Van Aanholt in the final game of this episode. Ben Yedder picks it up here, tries to run at their defence, gives it to Borini. Borini then looks for Ndong, he finds him, gives it to Andre Gray. He runs past a couple players, has a strike and a really good shot, but a great save by Ron Roberg-Zila, I believe. That is how you say his name. But anyway, Sergi Gomez gives it out to Van Aanholt here, as we're once again trying to take the lead. Ben Yedder is tackled, and they're able to bring it away. Slimani gives out to Musa. He is running. He's tackled though by Corchia. They get it back though. Mendy has it here. He beats his man, but is tackled by one of our players. Cosby then gives it out to Andre Gray. He has pace, so he should be able to get there. He does. He gets there, gets away from his man, cuts back inside, gives it to Ndong. Ndong takes a couple touches, cuts onto his right foot, and curls it into the top right corner nearly. A really good finish. 2 really good goals in this episode so far. A really good finish by Didier Ndong, curling it on his strong foot into the back of the net. 30 minutes into the game. A really good touches here as he beats his man and curls it round one man and the goalkeeper into the back of the net. Really good goal for him. And they're trying to get forward here. Slimani has a really good chance, but he puts it wide as we get lucky not to concede on the stroke of half-time once again. Luckily it hadn't happened in this episode, which is good. As you can see, we're trying to get forward here. Maybe he's trying to get a goal for ourselves on the half-time mark. Ben Yedder runs it in here. He is able to pass it back to Ndong. Erzan Tufan plays a really good ball to Khosri. Khosri then whips it in, It's headed behind by their player Hernandez, just to make sure that Ben Yedder can't head it into the back of the net despite his small stature. Anyway, we whip it in, Barini heads it on. Ben Yedder has a really good strike that is really well saved by their goalkeeper. We are so unlucky not to take the lead there, as it's headed down well and struck well, but a really good save by their keeper. It came off their defender though to go out. We headed on with Van Aanholt. Gray has a really good shot, but it goes wide. Probably could have done better there, could have taken a touch. You can see they whip it into the box there. The linesman had his flag up for offside, and I'm pretty sure making the keeper punch it out rather than grab it would be classed as interfering with play, so it's not given, but luckily we get away with it anyway. We play it in to Conewood on his debut. He plays it back to Andre Gray. Gray through on goal and slots it into the back of the net to make it 2-0. Andre Gray with a really good counter-attacking goal to make it 2-0 to Sunderland. A great ball through by Conewood on his first game for us, coming on off the bench, and we get away with that one. So anyway, as you can see, he's running forward again here, all over the pitch he was. But as you can see, this game is going to end like this. This is how the episode is going to finish, and I just want to say, as we come towards the end of this episode, I appreciate that you've watched this episode. Please do leave a like, as that would be brilliant. If you want to see any more of this career mode or anything, I do like the online seasons when I next upload an episode of that. It would be great if you subscribed. That would be much appreciated. But anyway, I just want to say thanks for watching. You may have noticed I've included the playlist in the top right corner, so that is easier to get to now if you want to watch that as well. So anyway, thanks again for watching. See you later.